Welcome back to the GamerNerdz bonus level, everybody. I'm Dinx. I have a very special guest with me today. This is Pierre from MTLSF.com, who is the current organizer of the Montreal Annual Tournament. If you're in the fighting game community, you know this is an official Road to Evo tourney. Pierre, I'd like to welcome you to the GamerNerdz today. I want you to tell us, what are your thoughts preparing a tournament for the Road to Evo series?
Well, there's a lot of things involved, basically. First, hopefully you have a big group of people. In our case, we're a smaller group of people to run the tournament. Before the tournament, basically, we've had to subscribe for the Evo tournament season. We did last year. We were the first Canadians to actually get one, and we were the only ones last year. This year, Toronto got one also, which was last week, Toryuken. Very good. Now it's our turn next week in Montreal. Basically, gathering the community, trying to get as much people as you can to come down locally from outside, US, Canada, whichever. Sometimes very hard to do, but you hope that people have the right scheduling to be able to show up at your tournament and try to put on a good show. Just example, last week in Toronto, Montreal took the first place in Super Street Fighter 4 over the Americans. Charity finished first, Daiminion second, Justin Wong third, and we had Richard Snafu finish fourth from Montreal, and we kicked even Wolfkrone out of the top four. So I think some people are going to have some sweet revenge, and they'll be showing up here next week, hopefully. Some of them confirmed. Daiminion, he said he'll be also bringing Yipes with Sanford Kelly. Arturo maybe is coming. Jago confirmed coming. And the Wolfkrone also coming down.
I guess this kind of brings up a question I have for you. So when people think of the fighting community, they think about East Coast, West Coast, you know, Team Spooky, those big tournaments, CEO, seasons beating and all that. Do you think the Canadian fighting game scene has a way to go? I'll be honest, I always thought Canadian fighting game was the Canada Cup. I wasn't aware of a Toronto tournament. The Montreal Annual Tournament hasn't been that large. Is it because our community is not respected, or it's just more of an American thing? What are your thoughts on that?
It's not really about respect. It's also about East Coast, West Coast travels are very hard. Good job for Lapchi running the Canada Cup Gaming. I'm sure he invested a lot of money to do this. We do the same here. We can't do it on the same scale as him for other reasons. The local people know about us, about Toronto, about the States. It's just for the people that are more, that stay home and play online. When they saw maybe Canada Cup Gaming, they were like, oh, that's where the big tournament is. It was a huge tournament, a huge success, but Montreal has been running, for the 9th year this year, the annual tournament, and for the past 3 years we've been getting increases of numbers. In our local tournaments here in Funzo once was capacity with 200 people. We try what we can. If we need bigger space, we go rent a place. It's just harder sometimes to compete with other events around the corner also, and all the traveling from west to east, but we do what we can.
I think it's very respectable that we have, well-known US players showing up, the fact that this is an official Road to Evo tournament now. So why don't you tell us about the venue itself in Funzo? What's your connection here, and why is Funzo the place to do this tournament at?
Funzo, for the ones that don't know, is like a cafe, bar, lounge for the nerds. You can come here, play board games, arcade games, Xbox, PlayStation. This is where all the Montreal communities for fighting games meet. We have the Montreal MK, the Soul Calibur guys, there's us, the Street Fighter guys and Marvel guys. We come here, we play here, we have weeklies here, monthlies, other bar fights. It's the place to be in Montreal if you're a gamer.
Obviously, because this is a Road to Evo tournament now, it's on a much larger scale. You'll be having viewers streaming in. We're going to be covering the event live in person. Aside from the GamerNerdz being official sponsor, can you tell us which other sponsors you have? And I know there's a few big ones that you're proud of that will be supporting Montreal Annual Tournament 9.
The biggest one, which will be basically co-presenting the stream with us, is M.A.T. Shout out to Markman.
Shout out to Markman. You make the fighting game community what it is. We're really thankful. Montreal fighting game community owes you a lot.
And then we have Funzo itself. There's Sleeming that's going to be covering, sponsoring basically the venue itself, not the Montreal Street Fighter tournament, with specials on beers and whatnot for everyone to drink and enjoy the time. 18 plus, everyone. We have Canadian joysticks, Godlike Apparel, GutsyGeek.com. All great sites. Visit them. Check out MAT.MTLSF.com for all the information on our sponsors. We got a lot of things also to raffle during the weekend, from accessories sent to us by Mad Cats, Canadian joysticks. Also, Autumn Game is going to be sponsoring the Skullgirls tournament that we're having with 250 pot bonus and a fighting stick customized by themselves, which will go to the first place winner. So that's pretty much all the sponsors around M.A.T this year.
Awesome. So Pierre, it's shaping up to be a fantastic tournament. We want to thank you for giving the GamerNerdz the opportunity to cover this. I am a true believer in the fighting community. Thank you again for giving us a chance. Make sure you guys check out www.thegamernerdz.com. See you next week. We're out.